guys. Okay, so this is my big bouncy fluffy Flexi-Rod set, and I just want to come to you with a DIY tutorial on how to achieve the Flexi-Rod look. Flexi-Rods are, I kind of like this style and I kind of don't. It's a little too curly for me sometimes, and then my hair is just naturally, it's just naturally poofy. So like I said, this is the finished look, and let me know what you guys think, and check out how I achieved this look. Bye.
Okay, so let's get started and talk about the products that I use. For this style, I use the Giovanni hair styling foam. I also use some of my homemade shea butter. I use some eco styling gel. I also use the Giovanni leave-in conditioner and water, of course. So I'm starting on freshly washed, stretched hair. So I washed my hair yesterday and I stretched it out. Oh, also, the Flexi-Rods. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the braid. And I'm just removing one section at a time. And from there, I'm just going to finger detangle and it out and start working this section. So once I remove, the tangles and try to remove the crinkles, I am going to get some water, and I'm just going to lightly spray this. I don't want to drench this style. That's the whole reason why it's dry. I do this style on a dry state, so I'm just wetting it to make it workable, but I'm just misting the hair. I'm not making it drench wet. And from there, I'm going to comb out the section to get the remaining crinkles from the braid out. So I'm trying to stretch my hair as much as possible for this style. So from there, I'm going to take this section and divide it in half to make a smaller subsection. I'm going to clip this hair and get it out of the way. And from here, I am going to start applying the product to this entire section. So what I'm going to use first is I'm going to use the leave-in conditioner. And I just use a little bit of that. This is going to be my wet moisturizing factor. So I'm going to use this Giovanni leave-in conditioner, and I'm going to make sure I saturate that all through the hair. From there, I am going to grab some of my shea butter, and I'm just getting a little bit just to lock in that moisture and to provide my hair to seal in that moisture. So I'm again doing the same thing where I'm just wanting to saturate that completely through the hair. And from there, I am going to grab my mousse. This is also another factor that's going to wet my hair. That's why I'm not using that much water. So I'm grabbing some mousse, and looks like I'm struggling with the mousse. And I am rubbing that through my hair. So from there, I'm going to, after the mousse, I'm going to apply a little bit of the gel. Now the purpose of the gel, I don't use gel that often, but the purpose of this, I really want this style to have a hold. And so I'm just giving that gel to get a little bit more of a hold. So yes, that's 4 products. It's a bit product heavy for this style. And from there, I'm just going to comb this through with a Denman brush just to make sure I have the smoothest, most possible look for this style. So after that, we are ready to finally apply the Flexi-Rods. So I'm going to use medium size sections. So I'm taking this section and dividing the section into half. And I'm going to start, I leave a little bit of roller, maybe like 1/4 down, and then I'm going to start wrapping the hair down the roller. I'm making sure that this is spaced out really well. I don't want these curls to sit on top of each other. I want like a long spiral look. So I'm stretching the curl, and from there I just take it and fold it over on both ends to lock it in place. So I fold it on the bottom, and then I fold it on the top. So this is how I'm going to do this style for the entire head. So let's do this one more time. Again, I'm going to grab a Flexi-Rod, and I'm leaving about 1/4 out at the top, and I'm just going to simply wrap my hair around that Flexi-Rod. I am doing this, leaving enough space. Again, I don't want the curls to be on top of each other, and I'm wrapping it close to the end. And as soon as I get to the end, I fold it over at the end, and I fold it over at the top. So we'll continue the same method I try to get the curls going into the same way for this style, but we'll continue this method and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the first section. It's about 5 curls. This is the smallest section because I do a side part. I'm using 5 rollers, and this is it completely done. So on the small side, I have about 5 rollers. On the other sides in the back, I have about anywhere from 6 to 8 rollers. So that's all this will look like, and now it's time to try to go to sleep. See you in the morning. Okay, so it's morning time, and I forgot to tell you I usually sleep on a satin pillow cap. So now it's time to go ahead and remove these rollers. I don't have a fancy method. I basically take the roller and just roll it the opposite way that it was rolled. There's that curl. So it came out well, the hair dried, and I'm just going to complete this process again. I just roll it in the opposite way, nothing fancy, and we'll continue taking this down. Okay, so I'm down to the last roller, and this is what the hair is looking like. So you can see the curls, they're pretty intact, and so now we're going to start the process of splitting these babies apart. What I'm going to use is my coconut oil. I always use coconut oil because it gives my hair shine, and it's very, very light. So I grab a good amount, and I just rub it through my hands first, and then I rub it all over my head. But I want to make sure I have enough oil on my hand so when I separate that I can prevent frizz. So after I got all the oil on my hands, I'm going to start with the very first section, and I'm just going to simply split these curls apart. I'm going to try to do this to prevent frizz. My hair is really just frizzy in general with this style, but I'm going to find the natural split, and I'm just going to split this maybe 3 or 4 times for each curl. Okay, so I'm down to the last curl in the front. I'll give that a final split, and from here I'm just going to take the hair and give it a really good shake. So shake, 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 just to kind of loosen the curls up a little bit more, and I'm just fluffing it out to get it the way I want it. And from there I'm going to take my pick, and I'm just going to pick my hair from the root just to add some extra volume as well as get rid of those parts. So I'm just picking the hair from the root. This makes my hair a little bigger, and you know I like it, the bigger the better, and to add a little volume. So from here I'm just going to shape it up a little bit more just to get it exactly the way I want it. So after I have the hair where I want it, I'm going to take some edge control, and I'm just going to slick those edges down so they can be sleek and make the hair style look really, really neat. So that's it. This is how I achieve this style. I can usually keep this for about 3 days until it's just too puffy, and that's it. So I use my edge control, slick those edges down, and that's how I achieve this look. Thanks for watching.